to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
First and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They run with a giant. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
They keep it with Yeldon on 1st down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
second down, Jackson buying time to his left. And the ball is knocked out, and the Dolphins have got it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now Rosen back into his end zone. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there. A gain of 14 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
3-19. Detroit!
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. A step, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Gonna look deep for Wilson. He's got a man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
On first down, Drake. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now let's see if they can make it less difficult on themselves. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Ajayi. About 3 yards there to the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Charles Harris in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Gun!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He goes underneath the Drake. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Parker, the intended target. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. A pitch out to Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Rosen. Dancing to his left. Looking sideline, incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They're able to locate Wilson. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Rosen will throw. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Over!
Jackson now, operating from the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. J.J. Nelson, 77 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. That is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This is a Johnny, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's a jive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Taking it about the 16. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the toss play, this is Drake. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They go play action now. Jackson being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
On second down, here's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with Drake. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the toss, Drake going left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run toss to the right with Drake. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, it's Rosen. He dumps it off to Drake. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. 3rd and long here for Rosen. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Sanders is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Gun! Over!
Jackson to throw. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun!
Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. To throw is Jackson, buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93%.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Oakland ready to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And Charles, you know what